Hey, fellow guardians of the Pilgrim ship, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, the Pilgrim ship. Episode 31, Wave After Wave of Stupid Fodder. As you can see above my head, what we're going to be doing is clearing this engine danger up here and expanding the ship. The other thing I'd like to do is to try to amass as much chem fuel as possible before we depart. So I am going to change some priorities and then send all of my gunners over here to go duel with this ancient danger. So as far as expanding the ship goes, one thing I want to do is to compress my engines a little bit to make more room, which will make sense soon. And then once all the gunmen rally to point, we'll clear that ancient danger. The other thing I'd like to do is to amass a lot more meat. We did do so not only did we expand the throne room, but we added a barracks, a slave barracks, and a kitchen. And I very much intend to take advantage of that area and space, putting it to good use and making sure that we are, you know, filling up our freezer full of goodness. So we've got a few insects, not that bad. And a hive that's about to get shot to death. It's already gone. Pain Stopper, Luciferium, Glitter World Meds, Advanced Component, Insect Jelly, whatever's in this hermetic crate, and a Soother. Alright, let's pop the crate open and see what we've got. A pulsar. Okay, cool. Another thing I noticed is we are down to 37 components, so it wouldn't be a terrible idea to, as long as I don't have to leave this map tile anytime soon, to grab some more advanced components. Oh, there was one other thing that I meant to mention. I am on the unstable branch, which adds in a bunch of features. It changes significantly the Starjack xenotype. And then on top of that, it allows you to see the range that you can launch right on the pilot console to show you like how far you can go without launching, which is really generous. It adds in a new implant, which is in the skin hardening called a vac skin gland, which gives you vacuum resistance, not 100%, but close, a lot of cold resistance, but it slows you down a little bit, as well as a bunch of other like quality of life fixes and changes. So and that's in the about command. But yeah, I am on the unstable branch right now, and I'll be playing the unstable branch tomorrow during the Voidborn continuation as well, which affects that series a lot more than it does this one because oh. Dead bodies popping out of the caskets. Because, of course, that entire series is Starjack. I also released a mod that makes Starjack's germline inheritable. And you can find that on Steam. It's just called, like, Germline Starjack. Which I'll be using tomorrow as well. Alright. I wanted to change around the crafting room a little bit. And actually, I might change it around even more. And then launch from here. So the plan is, we did just clear the ancient danger. I guess there's like dead people popping out of it. It seems to me like the ancient danger pods were empty. I don't even know what bodies there were. They've already like melted. It's fine. So we have a few different locations to go to next, but the one I want to go to is the Ancient Mercenaries. The Ancient Mercenaries has a masterwork weapon, and Liara doesn't have a masterwork weapon on hand, so that is one such demand that she will make soon. And I'm also changing the layout of the engines, and this will make sense soon. Alright, come on, slaves, clean up. Okay, there we go. So I'm changing the layout of the engines just so that the back of the ship is a little bit less congested. And the reason for this is I intend to use what little tile I have left to accommodate an expansion back here so that we can make a reliquary. The question I have is, what stone to make it in a reliquary? The natural stones here are marble. I wouldn't mind having marble, so let's go ahead and make sure to be marble cutting. So we'll do that forever to try to amass the materials we want from marble. Another thing I would like to do is to get Skyra ready to do more bills. So let's see, maybe I'll put a tailor bench there. And hope that they like tidy this thing up, because it's kind of messy. Okay, so the area directly around the bedroom and the ideology room are a little bit more cleared out. Great. And I have some tiles left to play with. And the intention was to expand both the bedroom and the ideology room. The only issue that I foresee with the ideology room is the ideology room is made of slate, and I don't have slate available on this map tile. So hopefully what I'll do is the next hop I make will be a slate-based hop, so that I can make the flooring, which should accompany the expansion. I'm going over my Gravelight budget? Oh, I know. Because each side is 22, so 44, and I was budgeted for 36, something like that. It's fine, I'm aware. Alright, so over here in the tailor bench, this is one of the things I wanted to do. These slaves are going to be made to wear tribal wear. So I'm going to start off by making 3 tribal wear. I'm going to make it with anything but Thrumbo fur or Thrumbo mane. And then I'm going to transition their clothing over to tribal wear clothing. And the reason for this is we now have Thrumbo fur to make into pants and shirts. And I don't want the pants and shirts to be worn by slaves when they're Thrumbo fur. So it makes sense to get rid of to get rid of you know, pants and shirts for slaves, and to force them to wear tribal wear. Okay, so the tribal wear is done. I'm going to change the bill over from to do until we have 2 of them. And this will be only allowed ingredients, 95 plus. So, assignments for the slaves. If we go to miscellaneous, we say tribal wear yes, pants and shirt no. And then once they take the pants and shirts off, my intention is to start to make Thrumbo fur, shirts and pants. And I'm hoping that I have the opportunity to continually source Thrumbo fur so that we can get like a hell of a lot of awesome clothing for our fighters. Alright, I am not over my tile budget. It's 1,500 out of 1,500. So, let's continue the zoning here. And what this will allow is Liara will get a bigger bedroom, which, you know, she should have. She's an Archon now. And then I'll be able to put reliquaries into the ritual room, our ideology room, which is also important. Do we have jade around? 17? Okay, so not really. Compacted machinery? Yes, there's still some compactor machinery in there. And over there. I guess I'll mine that up. As long as I am not pushed out of this map tile. Yeah, Bushido, thank you for the resub. And yeah, I am fully max tiled. So one might assume that like the next time I have the opportunity to expand the ship or to get a grav cell, I do a ship expansion because, you know, we're kind of bumping up against the max zone. Another thing I was going to do is to drop a chemgen, another chemgen here, so I don't continually run into power issues, because we've been running into power issues. Could I stripe the theology room with marble similar to the throne room to make up for the free slate in Liara's bedroom floor? So Liara's floor is actually made of vaxstone, and I have enough vaxstone to make it all fine floored, so that's kind of fine. For this room, what I could end up doing is make it marble, because it's all going to end up ultimately being underneath reliquary, so it doesn't really matter. You know, it doesn't really matter whether it's slate or not. You're not going to end up seeing it. So we do have an undignified bedroom, and we're just waiting for the floor to be added to that. So here we'll do morbid vaxstone, and over here we could do morbid marble, and then I'm going to build a roof over those two zones, and then update the full ship zone, because the full ship zone should include these new zones, as well as like a ton of the stuff back here that I hadn't realized it didn't include. And then update the vacuum zone too, because the vacuum zone's out of date. Alright, so the vac safe. Here's fine. Here's fine. I think that's... Oh. This is not vac safe. Okay, so I think vac safe is correct. At least at a quick glance. Alright. Let's go ahead and make sure that we're continually getting chem fuel from the biofuel refinery. So we have brought in a whole bunch of wood, and I just want to keep refining it to make sure that we have lots of chem fuel available to us. Are the airlocks still useful? So the physical doors keep enemies out, and then the vac barriers, once the doors are open, keeps the ship pressurized. So having both is still useful. Yes. If we are cutting marble blocks, okay. So let's say in this zone, we'll stock marble chunks. So if there's free haulers that are bored or something, they can help. Alright, so the current priority right now is fine floor the bedroom and ideo room and reliquary. I'll just shorten that to relic, like that. So a lot of our chem fuel right now is going into the shuttle, so I'm just going to shut the shuttle's demand for chem fuel off so that I can actually generate chem fuel for the chemgen that I made that it doesn't actually have a fuel source, which is slightly pointless. That is a lot of wood. We probably don't need any more wood. I'd imagine there's a lot of chopped wood. Yeah, there's like well over 1,500 wood ready to be refined. So it's just a matter of like hauling it and refining it, which is easy peasy. So now her bedroom is more impressive. The ideology room is larger. The intention for the ideology room is so that I can make a reliquary. So let's move that over there and drop... Oh, hello. Sister of Erdog and Sister of Aram. They're arriving in 2 different groups. It's Pirates from the Crossbow Crows. They have Doomsday Launchers. Well, Aram and Erdog, I think you're going to be a little upset as a consequence. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to leave behind a whole lot of wood here, because there's really not a. I guess we're not even taking the advanced component, Soother or Luciferium, but there's not really time to do anything about that because they're rushing us, and we're just gonna take off. So launch. And Stochastic and Liara will just be like at the ready. So the plan is to go to the mercenaries. So I'm going to update the priority. Kill mercs. So there's mercenaries right here. It does cost us a pretty decent amount of chem fuel to get there, but that's the taxes. Hopefully next landing, because I don't think there's going to be tons of wood here. It's Eritrebland. We'll be able to top up our chem fuel. So I might need to do a pit stop, not at a point of interest, like a grav core, just for chem fuel alone. Hey, Dom, thank you for the resub. Alright, let's look at this map tile. So we've got some insect hives, one. Obviously the facility right in the middle. I'm gonna have a hard time parking. I think I'm gonna park like here, where mostly it's sand in here, which won't offer a whole lot of cover for enemies. Oh, work. And these guys, I think it was like, what did it say, 19 mercenaries? Gravnage. Okay, well, stay within the ship so that you're nauseous somewhere safe. So, this is... Oh, no, only 13 mercenaries. Still, it's kind of a lot. So, Erdog, what I want you to do is grab a Masterwork Incendiary Launcher. And the intention is to drive them into this choke point and scorch them. What happens if you go to a tile and there's no space available? You know, I don't know. I don't even know if that can happen. Maybe the map would generate space for you. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, Reliquary, marble. So I don't actually have enough marble. We're gonna have to consider a Reliquary of a different material. This map tile has limestone and granite, so maybe I hold off on the Reliquary until we have stone that is more appropriate for it. Because that won't be here. So who has the longest nausea? 1 hour, 1 hour, 3 hours. So Mag has the longest. 2 hour, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. So Ink, Mag... Well, Ink doesn't really matter. They're slaves. But good to know. So our chem tanks are about a little more than 2/3 full. Oh, okay. And there's 13 soldiers in here. One has a masterwork weapon, and that masterwork weapon would be great in the hands of Liara, provided it's like a decent weapon. Brightfire has a weapon, but the reason why I didn't give Liara the Thunder's Gatling gun is the Gatling gun here, of course, because it's a minigun, slows you down, which makes you a little bit more vulnerable to enemies. So I didn't want Liara to have a weapon that would weaken her and make her more vulnerable. Not without some additional, you know, bionic legs or something like that. But at the moment, I don't really have the plasteel for bionic legs, so that solution is moot until we get a little bit more plasteel. Now, we're currently researching long-range mineral scanning to solve the whole, like, plasteel shortage issue. So it's only a matter of time until I don't need to worry about plasteel as much. We'll be able to scan for it. And the reason I took out this bug hive is just so that we can make everyone happy with the defeated hive. It's also relatively close to the ship, so I didn't want anyone wandering into it and getting harmed. Alright. Mag's nausea is up in 2 seconds, and that means we are now healthy enough to fight. I could do it now, but I think I'm going to wait until the morning when it's a little bit lighter out and it's going to be easier for us to move around. Also, I'm not really sure that Skyra has made much in the way of Thrumbo. No, there's pants. Oh, they are attacking. Okay, so if they're attacking, let's get ready. We'll go red for that. And silent. You go activate. So here's the plan. Air Dog, you are going to light this on fire so they probably have fire foam as a method to counter this. And now that you've grabbed that, grab your charge rifle. So, spinning up all the turrets. And before we really get involved, who has the weapon? I don't see a masterwork weapon on any of them. So it must be someone that hasn't come out of the facility. Because these are all standard. Alright, and that guy had a low shield pack, which is unfortunate. So, I can trick this. So let's go ahead and trick them out of this zone. If they're going to low shield, what we could do is we can draw them towards us. So now, they're moving further into the ship. And we can fire on them without them taking cover behind the low shield pack. Oh, there it is. It is the accurate charge rifle. Aim assistance masterwork charge rifle. That's quite nice. I like it. Alright, Skyra, stand here. Shooters. Let's do marksman command. And get ready to fire. Okay, we are now in our own low shield pack, so it's a low shield pack versus low shield pack. The fire did get exhausted due to the fire foam pops. No surprise there at all. The other thing I could do in this scenario, which I will do because I think it will serve me well, is as long as I can have them disengage from the turrets, I can actually draw them completely out of the kill box. And lure them out of there to only lure them back in afterwards. To basically kite them somewhere better for us to fight. Provided they're not trying to destroy the turrets. But yeah, as you can see, they are now pathing. Which means I did see Alligator had a low shield pack. So try to keep Alligator from using those low shield packs. It's going to be a little annoying. Yeah, these autocannon turrets can definitely absorb a few more punches. The other thing that I would like to do is to make the barricades eventually out of a non-metallic or non-flammable. Oh, okay. They're, the person with the really good gun is right here. So... they're dead. Breakfire did get shot once in the arm. But that worked. And it looks like the some of the people around here like aren't getting the hint that they should like shove off. What we can do is reposition over here and clear them out on the other side. And then silent. I'm gonna have you grab that rifle if you can, because you're within the ship shields, and then drop it into our own ship. There's also going to be a lot of armor to smelt. Just looking around. Alright, Silent, bring it over there. Stochastic. Mag. Skyra. Airdog. Okay, it's working. Lure them in and lure them out and lure them back in. That has worked nicely, I think. And the weapon that we wanted is recovered. Perfect. Now, we are going to end up punching some holes out of our walls, but it's like not a big deal. They're dying. And then I can look for prisoners once we're done. I think we're done. Okay. Turrets off. Okay, that's bio-coded. I was like, huh, that turret got forbidden somehow? Doctor, you suck. You are tough, but you're a misogynist, and, you know, that's kind of a problem when, you know, our leader's female. You're nimble. Neurocalculator with a torso scar. You are a good doc. And you could fight. So of everyone here, you're a good rescue, I guess. And then trigger-happy psychopath. That fits the bill. You're only 16 with a bionic tongue. Alright. I don't actually have a prison, though. But what I'll do is I will have Liara capture Jono. And then everyone else can be unrestricted. But I don't really want them going in here. So I think what I'll do is I'll just forbid the doors that are open. So we have a cryptodrone hack where tribespeople are going to try to intercept us. Good to know. Alright, of these downed people, Jono's naked. Like he's a nudist. That's weird. Gear. Nothing. Nothing. Alright, I don't really care about stripping them. A Hyperweave shirt actually wouldn't be terrible, so strip you. And then of the corpses, a whole bunch of them had good stuff, which we'll probably want to strip off of them. So in this stockpile, we'll put human-like corpses. And that will allow us to, like, tidy up a bit. And then there's, like, a lot of guns here, some of which we don't even have a valid stockpile for. So, Liara, let's go ahead and have Breakfire capture Jono. And then you are just gonna get some more kills. Technically speaking, let me think about this. There is a... So this is an animal sacrifice and a gladiator duel. I don't really want to do gladiator duels. I don't have the means to do them at the moment, so I'm not even going to worry about that. Breakfire. Tend. Capture Cell of the Empire? I don't really need honor at this point. I'm already an Archon. Feeding extra people is annoying. Not something I really intend to do. God, that guy would not die, though. I mean, I know the extra honor allows you to call on extra favors, but I don't really need favors from the Empire. Not so much. Okay, so this guy is going to need to be... Oops, wrong person. This guy is going to need to be converted. And then you guys can decide slave or... Well, actually, should Jono join us? Yes or no? So join us is as a slave or a soldier. No would be like sold as a slave or something akin. And then all of the individuals over here that had recon armor can have the recon armor stripped off and melted down. After the stupid flammability of the barricades there, I will replace them with granite. So let's go ahead and make granite blocks. We don't need too many. And then this person had a Rhadamant we could take. Oops, sorry, break fire. I don't have a lot of steel, I just realized. And looking at my meat, it wouldn't be a bad idea to hunt the rhino or something like that. There is steel there, but it's kind of annoying to get to because you'd have to go through water. I know you could mine around the water, but that's also annoying. But that might be our best shot at getting our steel back up. The other thing is I was planning on making another hop to like a forest to refill our chem fuel after this hop. So perhaps I don't even need to worry about that because we'll just go to a forest that has trees and steel. And yes, Liara will be taking the rifle for herself, absolutely. I think I had a dromedary. Oh, I guess we already slaughtered it. Alright, once the ship's in a little bit better working order, I'll bother with the rest of the facility in here. I just wanted to get the ship in top shape first. Oh, an infestation. Okay, everybody into the vacuum safe area of the ship. And it looks like Jonah's going to join us. Let's see. We'll convert him first, and then I'll subsequently decide whether he's a slave or a colonist. Well, this is going to be a little messy. As they say, no rest for the wicked. And this is going to only increase our need for steel. Skyra is going to hold the door down. One of you can't really fit. Having two doors might be nice at some point. And I guess we'll make insect chem fuel. Because, like, I kind of see that that's... we're heading in that direction. These bugs don't even seem to, like, acknowledge me as a proper target, so I'm just going to stand outside. Oh my god, this is such a mess. Bodies everywhere. Not too many bugs left. Most of them are dead. I'm just going to turn off the turrets because we don't need to be wasting more steel. Okay. Mag and Stochastic and Air Dog, you are in relatively good spirits. We'll have you kill the rest of the hive. Alright. So, this stockpile here, kitchen overflow, does it allow, or the butchery rather. So the butchery, does it allow insects. This bill here is a butcher creature, which does not allow insect, and then this one is insects. So let's rename this. Butcher insects. And then the biofuel refinery is going to be make chem fuel from organics, and the organics in this instance is going to be insect meat. And human meat if we end up having it. Make chem fuel gross meat. Isn't a good shortcut. Perfect. Okay, wildlife. Spellipede needs to die. And my shooters just need to clear out the insect hives. And that's a lot of insect jelly, so that's awesome. Oh, we are getting larva splashed. I didn't realize, wow, there was a egg sac that close. Anyone get injured? Not terribly. Okay, hive is gone, and everybody is going to be unrestricted again. Oh, you know, I don't know how that got on fire, but... Oh, probably a minigun. Okay, well... That's certainly a messy zone. So one thing I was wanting to do is to make a table and chair for Jono, just so he's a little bit easier to convert. There we go. I think I have the materials for that. I'm not 100% sure. Ooh, Liara on a Go Frenzy. Nice. A Manhunter pack. Okay, it's gonna just be like that. So how fast do these things move? Why is the storyteller just like, haha, no break? So, 3.6? Mm-hmm. So the only issue I see is that the Manhunter pack is going to cause a lot of lung rot. And it's more than I'm easily going to be able to kill. So I'm going to solar pinhole this area so that we move a little bit faster. And try to clear them out as much as I can. But you know, like 52 monitor lizards is like kind of a lot. The storyteller really doesn't want me to stay on this map tile. Just like, I feel the urge to leave growing. And the reason I want to avoid the turrets is like, all of the lung rot animals around here would be a problem. So I was thinking of just giving them the runaround. Because I can just keep running. Oh, you know what? This door is open, though. Arum. That door needs to be closed. Because if we keep shooting the ones closest to us, eventually we'll get into a situation where the healthy one, like there aren't any fast-moving healthy ones left. And we'll be able to outrun them. So I'm just creating solar pinholes all around the ship so we can just run around the ship until we're not being closely chased anymore. which is not too hard to do. And some of the monitor lizards did get within the ship. I did see that Mag got sick. I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. Let's see. Move it, Breakfire. And we're about to get Daybreak, which is going to make it easier. I didn't want to use the steel, but with them sitting inside my kill box, I'm just going to turn the turrets onto them. Come on, Break, keep moving. And the light level outside is above 51%, so I'm going to easily be able to outrun them now. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, the Pilgrim ship, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow honorable pilgrims.